I just don't understand how people do that.
Oh
How
shit.
people just
Oh, it's already. Oh, we
what?
live already. Hold on, we already live.
Oh,
Oh, right.
I
oh,
didn't.
we in
I
here.
was not realizing. No, we good. We good. Yeah,
All right,
we
cool.
try
Okay,
not. We
cool.
try not to say the, the N words and things like
Okay.
that. Well, no,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
try our
yeah. We're
best
gonna.
not to though. But
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna.
someone is in here because like, like I'm tired of people thinking that they think they know you, but they really don't know you like that, bro. It's like you see me every once in a while, but you don't really talk to me each and every day. There's no parasocial things, and people thinking that, oh man, Josh just hates his people. I don't hate nobody here. I don't hate the people that follow me. I'm appreciative of the people that takes time to go watch me when they can. They can't. You, you know, we just waiting live and shit. I mean, y'all could be yourselves though. It's just us in the Discord
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
I understand.
Yeah.
And then when people like do that to you, it makes me feel that like they don't really try to focus on. They try to see you as every other streamer or content creator that has a big following.
Right.
They don't understand that it's based on views too. You might have over 100,000 followers, but do you got 100,000 people following you, like looking at you every day? They
Yeah.
checking you getting over 1 million views on every one of your videos every day.
Yeah, it's like I'm just trying to give people an understanding. It's like this shit is just not as easy as people make it out to be, bro. It's just that
Oh,
my
it's
my
not.
my reality is just that I'm at the mercy of what happens. So, like whatever the perception that you have of me is not entirely true like that. That's just what it is. I see a lot of people joining, people coming in and out, but that's just
I mean,
normal. They're just not now.
especially
Yeah.
yeah, especially being smaller. I mean, I'm smaller than you by my landslide, and I get upset when I put a video out there
Right,
where it's like, oh, I only have 25 views, but I got 4,000 people follow me. That makes me feel some type of way.
right,
Like you could tell the ones who are followers and who are actual content consumers. I'll put it like that.
right. Absolutely.
You can
That's
tell
why
it.
I'm putting like my I'm moving like the viewer count away from my screen so I don't look at that shit because I don't want to keep looking at. No, it's the truth because like you don't want to keep looking at the numbers and keep thinking that, oh man, I'm doing great and I'm doing terrible. I'm doing great, but I'm doing terrible. I'm going. It's like you don't want to keep looking at that stuff. And then hey, Kuma, you know me one favor real quick.
Sure, what's
Can
up?
you? I mean, take the time that you got right now and let me know how the sound quality come off if I'm too loud or not. And please be honest. Like, don't just be like, oh, I sound great, and then it's just the same old. Like, or anyone else is here to, like, just. Like we're
I
here to,
got you.
because we're here to have a conversation, and we're here to let people. I want to let people know that, like, just because I said like 127,000 followers don't mean shit. Doesn't mean I'm saying that the people that follow me
Okay.
ain't shit. That's not what I'm saying. But people don't like to listen.
You-
They like to make content sounding right instead of just listening and take it for what it is. So I see a lot of people coming in. What's up?
Yeah,
How
you.
y'all
Hey,
doing? So
My wife just.
So far,
You just
everybody
popped up on my
sounds.
wife's. You just popped up on my wife's for you page.
oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What's up?
Josh, so far,
He was
everybody
just
sounds
scrolling
good.
and I heard your voice. I was like, what?
That's what's up. That what's up.
Ooh,
I see Nick. I see what's up, Nick. What's going on, Nick? Thanks for liking the live. I'm just here to have a conversation. I don't know. I ain't. I might not be here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time having a conversation. So
yes,
I
sir.
got
Oh,
some
that's
shit
Oh
I
yeah.
got to say because
there we
people
go.
be what's up because I'm pissed off, bro. Because people be talking like I'm so tired of niggas trying to give advice, bro, and they think they just know. What's up, Waleed? What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate the content, man. I'm doing the best I can. My whole. I'm sorry. I have like two cameras. My whole purpose of being here is just I want to give people the understanding what it's like to be me. Like who is playing music in the background, man?
I know, right?
Let me see. God damn, bro.
That might have been me. I
Katie.
was trying to. I was.
Was it
Oh,
Katie?
Yeah.
I
what?
heard.
Somebody was playing
Katie, you over there
music.
playing the blues?
Come
What you
on,
doing?
man. Like, come on, bro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm just waiting for everyone just to pop in, get the right people in, then we just move on to the next thing. So you know how it is. I appreciate it, man. I just trying to make cool content as I can. I want to reach this
Right.
one creator, man. This guy, he's been making like 2 vids on me. and it's based on videos I did where I was just like upset with like TikTok and the issues, and I said in my 6-minute rant, which a lot of people didn't care to stay to the end, but that's just people in general, and the people that made the content was trying to give out advice that I didn't ask for, and I specifically said it in my video, please don't give me no advice or anything because I'm like upset at the moment, but people wanted to do what they want to do in the first place. And here we are right now of me trying to clear the air. I'm trying to get this one person in here to like, let's have a conversation because there's a lot of things that people don't know about what you see. So like me having like 127 point something followers, like on paper, it sounds great. People think that, oh, you look at my views and everything. It's like, oh, this dude is going great. But the perception is of like what's doing great and what actually is two different things because like every creator has like their own standard of what's deemed a success and what isn't. And when you have like people that are like only have like 1,000 followers or less trying to give you advice, trying to say that you should be thankful for where you are, it's like you're telling advice to yourself. You're not telling me any advice that I already know to myself because I've been doing this for a very long time. I didn't just get here based off like just my passions for video games. A lot of this stuff was just trial and error. Like I can show y'all some of my videos I did, but like my popular ones where some of the shit I did wasn't like purely just gaming related. Some of the things was just part of just a wave at the moment. I was just lucky enough to be blessed by the algorithm. You know what I mean? Like I made a video of a skit of like me getting an ass whooping, right? And it was talking about like black related stories or traumas about us trying to avoid an ass whooping by going to bed when your sibling in the other room's getting his ass whooped, and that video blew up and went viral the way it did. And then I did stuff of like meme content of like this stuff, right? And even as I'm like reflecting on my content as I'm seeing right now, like I was just like lucky. And that's not taking away the fact that I do make some cool content here and there, but a lot of the stuff is just like I was just at the moment of just being like, lucky. Sometimes I did stuff that was just fun. Sometimes I did things that was funny. And sometimes I just talk about stuff that was reflective of what's going on right now. And then there's sometimes I was like talking about companies I had issues with. And then funny stuff, me having that thing with Agent at one point in time. And it was just, I was at the mercy of just blowing up. And sometimes I say things people agree with, disagree with those. It was just, but this was just me being lucky. But when you go past my other stuff, I'm not like that. Like the more you go down, it's like I have more videos that's in 1,000 than what it is. Someone says like, what's your thoughts on the Switch 2? My thoughts on the Switch 2. We pull up the Switch 2, Nintendo Switch 2. Let's talk about it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have a lot of hate on it like a lot of people do for it. I know people are very why they put up a small ass image, bro? Some bullshit. What's up, everybody? Everyone has their own like opinion on it. I know some people are not liking the price point of what $450 or $500 or the game Mario Kart World being priced at how much $80 and such. I know people have an issue with it. I personally I mean, Nintendo greed really shows. I hear.
Man, you know how I am gonna. What I'm gonna say.
Hey. Let me keep it PG.
I'm gonna keep it PG.
Keep it to my because
I'm gonna keep it PG for the TikToks.
Let me just keep it. I mean, like I said, I don't really have like the hate and anger. I'm sorry, I got two cameras. My bad. Like y'all can see me. Like I don't really have like the hate and anger for it. I'm actually looking forward to it. As far as like the greed part, I personally feel that there's a lot of gaming companies that's always greedy when it comes to this stuff, and I feel like I think we should sometimes like learn to separate the difference between the people who actually make the games versus the ones who market the games and publish them and try to appease to their shareholders and stuff like that. That's where I want to say if you feel like you don't like the Nintendo Switch 2 because of the price points and everything, I mean, you have the right to feel that. I can't tell you any differently. All I can say for me is that I'm looking forward to getting one because I love technology. I like having new consoles to play and things like that. That's just who I am. But as far as like Nintendo and how they conduct themselves on the business end, I mean, Nintendo has always done some, things that's just not favorable or to the liking of the general public, public at the end of the day. And I think that's just where my 2 cents land at. Someone asked me, do I have a PSVR 2? I do not. I want one, but I can't fit it in here because this space of where I got my stuff at is pretty small as it is. So I had to put it in the living room, and I had to buy another PlayStation just so I can do the PSVR 2 stuff for me. He said, I just joined from one of your posts. I hope you joined from one of the good posts and not the ones when I was angry about my issues with TikTok, because a lot of people is giving me unwarranted advice that I didn't ask for. You know what I mean? I'm people got me looking like I don't care about my following or fans or whatever, but that's not the case. Let me see. He said I've been a friend. You mean fan or friend? A fan for the past 2 years. Okay. I mean, I appreciate it, man. I just try to, create fun content that I just want to just do and then just go on there. By the way, it's not just me talking. It's just me and my friends on Discord. We're just having a cool chat. Originally our intentions on here is just to talk about another creator who felt the need to give unwarranted advice that nobody asked for. And then it got to a point where it's like, I want to answer this motherfucker because this motherfucker just talking like he just know me or some shit. You know what I mean? But he said, hey, hello, I just came from the video talking about SOM. Oh, South of Midnight. Which one? You talking about the one? I mean, I made about how many videos I made about South of Midnight? Probably like 2.
Yep.
I think. Hold on. I'm looking at my content right now. I made
2.
Maybe 2 of them. I
think 1. Yeah, about 2.
Oh my God, something behind me. Ooh, you almost got me.
Let me see. Kobe. What's up, Kobe? What's going on, man? Hey, Josh. Not Kobe in the Kobe. Hey, Josh, in your opinion, was on. Damn it, you got me. Damn it. Hold on, man. Shit. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Hey, Josh, in your opinion, how much would Steam on the Xbox would change the gaming industry? I don't think Steam is going to be on Xbox the way people make it out to be. I think it's going to be on PC. I don't think Steam is going to be on the Xbox like that because I can see a lot of issues with that, with PlayStation and other people considering that. I think that would be a catastrophic issue, and that's just how I feel about it.
You're going to be very upset.
Yeah, I think that's that's going to be an issue. Jordan says I'm keen on the Switch 2, but also feel bad for the Americans who having a hard time with scalpers. I don't know. Yeah, I know.
That will be a problem.
I got mine in the bag. We straight.
Yeah, I wasn't able. You know what? I wasn't able to get a Switch 2 because I knew that they was going to be sold out by the time they announced it. I called up GameStop right by where I was living at, and I called the phone right, and I said, ring, ring, ring. He said, hello, welcome to GameStop, where pre-orders for the Switch 2 is currently sold out. How may I help you? And I told the dude on the phone, hey, you said pretty much all I wanted to hear. Hey, you have a nice day. And he bust out laughing. He hung up on me. Because, I knew this shit was going to be sold out. The guy, he said, which one? You see the one with the one guy. Oh, you talking about, I'm talking to you, the guy, Sweetie Booties.
Sweetie Booties.
Hey, yo. I'm responding to his listen, that's his username. Scroll up. That's his username. Okay? Pause on that. That's his username. I just want to put it out there. That's his username. Okay? My apologies.
Can't be saying it all like this.
I know. I wanted the person commenting to know that I'm responding to them, man. I didn't want to leave nobody hanging, but
I would let that one go.
No.
You can have that.
I just wanted to make sure he was heard. That's all. Everybody,
we all heard.
I mean, he or she or whoever they are, they was heard. That's all. Yeah, he's talking about the video I talked about. What's that dude's name? The dude that don't clean his room. What was his name? Man, Asmongold. Yeah, that dude.
Asmongold.
Asmongold.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that dude.
Because
that
he's
dude.
dirty.
Yeah, that dirty dude. Yeah,
dirty
yeah.
ass.
You know that dude. Yeah, no, that's where he saw
Can't
it from.
stand him.
You know.
He's so
Yeah,
dirty.
cockroach.
Yeah, he an enemy of democracy. He an enemy of free speech.
He is not welcome here.
Here.
he is the enemy of the cause. No, I'm just
Any of the calls.
That
Putting
man
our
make
people
me-
down for
He make my
years.
skin crawl.
Oh,
He make my skin crawl.
Yeah,
Like,
he-
ugh.
I'm trying
How you do?
to read everybody. I want to make sure nobody got their stuff. Look, Nick said, "Have you tried the new Fatal Fury?" Not yet. I plan to. I want to at some point. I want to get there at some point. Nick for sure. He said
Even
I
though-
played it. I played it early. Chat. Light skin
Cool.
dude. I don't know what he meant by
played
that. The guy I talked about the sweetie dude. He says, "I love my
Yeah.
username. I just wanted to see what was up."
Uh,
Victor says, the
yo.
switch to
If you like it, we love it.
yeah,
right?
for real.
More power to him.
That's you, bro.
The Victor,
Hey, do you?
the Victor Thor says a switch to cost 600 and 700 in his country's currency. God damn.
I know that, and people over here crying about it. See, because you know why? Because they're broke mentalities. Okay, that's all I can say.
Wow! God damn it, bro! You know they.
I can't say that.
I don't know, man. We don't know these people's situations, man. I don't know where they are in their country and stuff, man.
We say I don't know what we allowed to say.
Now they gonna say Josh called them brokies, and I ain't say nothing about
Josh
that.
did it. Josh did it. This
I did
is
not.
the Josh did not.
Listen. Hey, turn that shit off. Goddamn. Niggas. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that the views and the expressions thought by the people on this page do not reflect the views of Josh Static. So therefore, anything these people say are not my own thoughts. So whatever happens, I didn't say it. I just want to be clear on that.
Oh damn.
I am my own man. Thank you. He does not. No, he does not reflect my views. So whoever is listening to this is not Josh Static's. I said that. Okay. I don't know your situation, but
Right.
Hey.
So yeah, he said the Switch 2 was very premium when I played it. I got to play it early in Europe. Oh, you a lucky person, man. You very, very
there
lucky.
you go.
What's
Very
up,
nice.
Gun Tone?
Yeah.
What's going on? He said Ratman Gold. Switch 3 win. Shit. I don't know, man. It's too early to talk about the foreseeable future.
Switch
we
3.
haven't got there yet.
Yeah, we got. I don't even know we gonna be alive tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's get GTA 6 first.
Victor says
Right.
he says everything is overpriced in Norway. The PS5 Pros cost about $1,100. God damn. That's a lot.
See, and you
God.
see, think. Oh,
God damn, that's a lot of money. Jesus
that's-
Christ.
damn.
That's a lot. That's
And people over here crying.
Oh no, I mean that's PC prices right there over here in America, man.
That is for real.
That's
That's a
prices.
PC. That's a 30, 70 at least.
He says
Minimum.
her name she's a girl. I'm a girl, and Booties is a Greek name. It's the constellation in the sky. Booties. It's BOOTES.
How do you say it?
It's BOOTES.
Bodies.
Booties. I hope I said
I
it
don't know how to say it.
You know, I'm Googling it. I'm Googling
Yeah,
this.
we gonna
Yeah,
Google this.
yeah, you do that.
Let's Google this. Let's Google it.
He said Chewy.
BOOT.
Chewable Chewy says I get excited when McDonald's got a new.
What the hell?
What?
Price of tea in China.
I'll read what he said. He said I get excited when McDonald's got a new deal meal, bro, built different. We're going to get the Switch 4 before GTA 6. Oh, we want to get the Switch before GTA. I mean, shit, we getting a lot of things before GTA 6.
How would you say that?
Hey, some people trying to get their weight right before GTA 6. People are trying to outlive, try to live long enough before GTA 6 comes out. Hey, yo, there he is. Hey, yo, gang. Hey, yo, there he is. There he is.
I'm here.
There he is.
Oh,
There he is. That dude that want to give free advice. There he is. About to find
Where
out.
he at?
Yeah, there he is. That's the one I'm looking for.
Can you invite him to the thing?
No, hold up. If we gonna do that, we gotta end this and restart a new one, and bring people in. So
Do a request? Yeah.
yeah. No, I gotta change. Or can I do it here? Hold on. Let me see. Can I do it here? Mostly guess. invite viewers or friends. Let me see if I can do this stuff. Hold on. Hold up. Can everybody hear? Not just me, but the homies in the chat too, though. Just real quick before I even start doing this stuff. I know you can hear it, nigga.
Not you.
I know you can hear it, nigga.
You gotta make sure they hear it. You were asking them. I was like, oh, can they hear that?
Asking there, he said, "You're."
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, okay, y'all can hear it pretty cool. He said Discord. Ooh, I don't know. I'm very selective who I bring on the Discord, though. Very, very selective. Let's see. I'm thinking on the fly. We're going to figure out something.
Not for the week, bro.
Exactly. You know, what I may do. Let me see. Cause
If we had to, we could just kick them out after.
Hold on. We can, let me see. Is that podcast? We plan on doing a podcast in the future. We plan to.
Sir.
Can't say yet, but we plan to, though. It's going to be in the cards at some point, you know.
Oh, the cost.
Hold up. Kobe says our great grandkids won't even see GTA 6. Now your great grandkids won't even see GTA 7.
How old does he think we are?
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Killzone Jones. I'm gonna figure out something though. I want you.
Killzone Jones.
Hold on. Hold on, man. I'm gonna try to figure out something though, because I'm doing it on computer. Because normally I would have did it on the phone, but you know. He said, "What did you find disappointing about the Switch 2?" Me?
Nothing.
The camera. I think the camera's dumb. I think the camera is so stupid. I think the camera's so dumb because the Nintendo be having like, yo, man, we have a brand new feature. It's like Xbox been doing that shit for a while. I mean, technically, the PS2 kind of did it first, I think, with the iToy back in the PS2 days. Remember that shit?
That's true.
iToy was.
Did you guys finish your
we're
Google
showing
search?
our age now.
We
did.
Yeah,
I did. I got it right here.
Bodis.
My bad.
Bodis is a constellation in the northern sky located between 0 and plus 600. Whatever. We don't care where it's at. In 13 and 16 hours of right ascension.
Sushi said, "Do you think
it's Latin?"
He said, "Do you think the people will abuse the Yes. Yes, they
yes.
will.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's about.
Yes,
that's about. I'm telling you,
you
about to see some freaks on them.
They will abuse it.
Do I think they're gonna abuse it? They're gonna do some crazy stuff, boy. They're gonna take that away quick.
Let me just say this though. Yes, they will abuse it.
Yes.
I've been gaming long enough to remember in 2006 when Uno came out. You know, you have Uno, motherfucker. Get that shit. Uno was a cool thing at one point because it allowed people to play. Thanks for the follow for live. I appreciate it. People were like, "Yo, I could play Uno with my friends, and we could show each other's faces." It was all cool. And someone was like, "Hey, man, let me go ahead and pull out my sausage real quick." And
let me go pull out mine.
And then someone's like, "What the fuck?
Exactly.
Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. I'll pull it up with a patch." They turned that shit off, and it was like, hell no.
Sure did.
He said I can hop on and jump back off to. I'm about to stream Edition 33. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me do this real quick. Wait. Let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can accept it from here. The thing is, I don't know if y'all would hear him because I would have to tell the people of Discord to go join the multi-chat stream here because it's not just me, it's my homies that's in there too. Because I want to give perspective to people to understand what it's like to be someone that's similar to me real quick though. So let me do this real quick. I can invite. Hey, y'all in the chat, can y'all not y'all in my chat, I mean the people in my Discord, can y'all go into TikTok real quick so I can send an invite to y'all so I can also invite Killzone Jones in there real quick. So No, you good. No, I'm about to invite. It's not just me. It's me and my people in here. I want to give contact. You're free to stay. Killzone, hold on, man. Yeah, join in, and I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna invite KD. I sent it to you. It's weird how to do it on. Am I inviting people here? Or maybe should I? Hold on, it's weird. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to do it as fast. You know, I have this phrase where I say I'm very professional at being unprofessional. That's just my favorite phrase. Okay, I see you. I see you, Kuro. Okay.
All right. I see that you on the.
Are you
Let's
part?
see.
Are you in the stream? Yeet. No, it's not Discord. It's gonna be on TikTok Live. This is what we're doing. We're doing it on TikTok Live. Let me see. Cause I figured, you know, since you made a public video, I might as well do a public, you know, live stream. Let's talk about it. You know.
All right, I'm on your stream.
Okay, but it should have like a little thing, a multi-guest thing. That's what I'm trying to figure. Hold on. I might have to end it and then start all over then if it's not working that way. It says you declined. Yeet, what the fuck?
You gotta send me one. I'm here. I'm in your stream.
Hold on. I sent it to you. I sent it to him. There it is. Okay. There we go.
Join.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Oh my. You might have to mute my sound.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's echoing. Same thing. I sent one to you, Will. Okay. No, like join the not the chat. Just join the other thing. I'm so sorry, y'all. Like I said, I'm very professional being unprofessional. I'm doing the bst I can. Bear with me.
Where'd y'all find the invite? Cause I don't got one.
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna have to can you check your notifications real quick? Let me see. I'm gonna invite what's the name, Killzone Jones too, and I just need Yeet.
Yeah, vitamin.
I just need Yeet, KD, and you, Will, and then we get the other guy.
I got
here.
you.
I sent him an invite.
What?
Someone else is joining in.
Let me see. How?
Okay, there you go.
Yeet, you can hear me? That's
No,
Jones. That's him.
No, that.
You hear me?
Hold on. Yeah, I can. Shit. I am so sorry,
I
y'all.
know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. I'm trying to see if you can hear
what
me
I
because
was
I know
saying
they
was,
found the invite.
Hold on, man. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to invite one more person in real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Josh, that you can add me as a friend on Discord, make a separate voice channel, and then you don't have to worry about adding me to your channel. That way everybody, you don't have to do all that extra stuff.
All right, let me do this real quick. Let me go back.
So that's an option too. That if he can't accept it.
Let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'll just send you a message there because let me disconnect everybody real quick. Hold up. Let me see. I apologize. I'm trying to do the best I can. We're trying to be the best at being unprofessional. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this stuff out. What I would do is I'll bring this over here. Maybe like the Discord shit, because y'all can hear me right here. And y'all can see my screen where I got the Discord stuff set up. So y'all can see like who's talking and then who's not talking and things like that.
Yeah.
And then what I will do is that I'll probably start a separate call. Let me go hit this dude up. And we'll do like a private chat. Because, hold on. I got to find this dude's name real quick.
So, how did y'all find the...
Hold on.
It popped up when I... It popped up when I joined the live, and I just accepted it.
So hold up.
Okay.
One guy says Sony got to stop with the Last of Us remakes, remasters, and releases.
Dang.
He says, "I'm sorry, Sony got to stop with the." I'm sorry.
All right, let's see.
I'm catching everybody.
Activity.
Yeah, he said Sony got to stop with
Here we
the
go.
Last of Us. Well, hold on, man. It's like they got to stop with the Last of Us remakes and remasters and the real. I have to mute because these niggas don't know when to shut the fuck up sometimes. No offense. Yes, I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. Hold on. I'm gonna send you an invite on your TikTok real quick. Killzone Jones, I see you. Okay, I see your name. All right, I'm gonna send you an invite. Let me see. Let me look right here. where's the friends things? Add friends and hold up. The all right, got it. Okay, I sent you the friend request. It's got a pin. I'm gonna go ahead and just start a call real quick. That's a group text. So basically, it'd be a group call. Yeet, Kuma, no Yeet,
Yes, sir.
KD, Will.
Yep.
I see you, man. I see you. Hold on, I see you. Who else? I'm trying to invite in. Okay, I see that, and then I'll go ahead and start inviting. Where is he at? It should be in here somewhere. Here we go. Got it. And it should be added here. Okay, I think we all got what we need. Yeah. And then we just go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and start a different call real quick, and then go from here. So we got there's people in here.
Ooh. What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
It's good.
What's going on, man?
Not much. So, all right. Anybody here? Anybody can hear us real quick? All right, cool. Let me see. I know everyone else said they can't hear us in another call. They're like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you can hear. Let me bring my other. These are my Discord partners though. They're my people. Hold on, real sick.
All right, cool.
Where is though? It's not a no jumping or nothing. I just want to make sure like no one's like if you're like going at nobody just for the record.
No, it's all good. I mean, I do the same thing too, bro. Like you don't know, you gotta get to know people and feel people out because I didn't have that happen to me a bunch of times, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Nah, I got you. Okay, cool.
so
All right.
so I just want to say before we get started, it wasn't no malice or no ill intent. Like I've been following you for a minute, and
Yeah.
I was wondering why I didn't see you in the algorithm, but it had popped up. Me and my partner was having a conversation about some artists, some musical artists, because I used to do vlogging and I was very very successful with that as far as like the hip hop stuff, but just personal reasons and just all the violence and all that, I kind of stepped away from it. But
Yeah.
when I seen it, I'm like, bro, you could go and do a lot with your TikTok, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you killing it. I understand about the money aspect because I was there at the Adpocalypse. Well, I don't know if I should say how much I was making. It wasn't life changing, but it was paying some bills. I'll say that.
Right.
Then the Adpocalypse, the Paul brothers did what they did out there in Japan, and I went through that, and I was kind of discouraged or whatever. So I'm telling you from a place of experience.
Right.
Like I kind of started over with the game and stuff, but yeah, bro, that's where I was on. I ain't trying to start no drama or nothing like that because you could literally right now, bro, you could go to PAX, you can go to you can get a lot of the new games and stuff that's out, like, and that's how building them relationships is key. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like, you keep your circle small and all of that because people do be on her cloud chasing and console warring and getting into it and all that, and that ain't how you get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, but put me on though about the stuff on TikTok as far as north of like 10,000 because I'm still trying to crack that code.
Right.
I done had a couple of videos go viral and stuff like that, but I ain't there yet. So break it down to me.
When I was talking about in my video, when I said that 100,000 people, like 100,000 followers, like didn't mean like shit. I was trying to give like teachable advice to people to look at, don't look at the numbers of how many people is following you because that, they don't reflect, they don't really reflect like the fans or anything you have though. And for the longest time I've been making content, I have refrained from using the words like fans and stuff like that because, I mean, I guess you call it like a humble thing. Like I don't want to put myself where I feel like I'm bigger than I actually am, and I don't want to have like an egotistical outlook of myself because, to tell you the truth, I look at myself and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck did I get the following I got, because a lot of the stuff that I did was just opportunity of luck that just happened for the most part. And I know that I make some cool content for people to see. Like I'm very passionate about the things I talk about related in the gaming community and things like that. But outside of that, I've been having like the up and down with numbers, and still to this day, I'm like learning the algorithm as it's going. And when I was saying in my video, because like I was like frustrated, and I was rightfully frustrated because the anger stemmed from, for me, where it's like I'm making the same content someone else is talking about, but their stuff is being pushed, and then mine's not being pushed. And me, it's not about like how much the money I'm making or how many viewers I want. I just want the same people. I just want the opportunity to be seen from the same amount of stuff. And when I look at everything around this contest space, right, it's like I see a lot of people who have like thousands of followers or less followers, right, and their videos are getting pushed. And it's like no hate or anything towards them or anything, but a lot of people, they have the opportunity to be blessed to be put on the For You page. And that's good. That's great for everybody. If someone has the opportunity to be, have like a lot of viewers and everything, they have like a lot of, like their content is engaging enough to be seen on the For You page, that's cool. But what I'm trying to get at is just that, because when people look at my numbers and say you made it, it's like it doesn't really make any sense, because if someone like you that's like has like 2,000 followers and you're making like 5,000 views a day, and I'm averaging the same amount as you do, then something doesn't really make a lot of sense, because the followers does not really reflect. And what I was trying to get at, I want people to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm ungrateful or I hate people or anything like that. I'm looking at TikTok and how it's used as a platform, and I realized that a lot of the content you see is at the mercy of the FYP. I have a lot of people that'll hit me up and say, I haven't seen you on my For You page for a long time. And that's not just me. I heard a lot of people say that. There's a lot of people who haven't been put on the For You page in a long time. And it doesn't mean that the content's bad or anything. It's just we don't know what's going on in the algorithm. The algorithm changes every so often. 5 years ago, when you was posting content on TikTok, everyone had the opportunity to be seen because a lot of people were just talking about stuff that they were having fun with, or just stuff in general, just dancing, a lot of crazy stuff. And now a lot of what you see is based on things that's only relevant, and that's like rage-based stuff. There's a lot of negativity, it seems like. There's a lot of overhyping, a lot of overhating, and like the content that was supposed to be for fun for a lot of creators to be seen is not the same platform that it used to be that many years ago. And
facts.
I can see.
Facts. Now let me say it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
So
I was just go ahead.
So like so what I'm saying is like I think that some people, they looked at my content, they saw that, and they was looking at my numbers. It's like, how could you be upset you got this stuff? And I think like a lot of what I'm saying kind of got like lost, and because I said a whole lot while being frustrated. And I think that some of the things I have said kind of got lost because even in my own video, I said like, I'm not trying to seek advice or anything, because a lot of stuff I already know for myself. Like I self-taught myself a lot how to get where I need to be. And I think that some people, they looked at it and I think that them trying to like give advice, they're trying to come from a good place or whatever. But it was just at the time of my frustration and anger, it was like I didn't want to hear that from somebody, because I just wanted to be heard, and I just want to make sure that what I'm saying, that people can listen where I'm coming from, so that like the advice should be, like you said in your video, like you're thankful for a lot of people that come through your page, and that's the message. Like anyone that comments and leave you love or anything, like recognize those people, recognizes the faces and people that come through, because like I'm faulting myself. It's like the mistake that I made is that at some point when I was rising up numbers and here and there with certain videos, I stopped engaging as much mainly because sometimes people will say things that I have already heard before, or some people not really saying too much, and I didn't know what to say at the moment. But honestly, it's like you should be thankful and appreciative of every opportunity someone takes time out their day to leave you comments or anything, so that they feel like they have someone to talk to. Because like I realize that some people, when they talk to you and it's content stuff, they look at you as like a friend or something, even if you don't know them. And you know what I mean? And I just wanted to make sure, like when I was saying that, I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying that I'm ungrateful for what I got. It's like I recognize where I fell short at, I recognize where my faults was at, and I recognize what I could have do better in the future so that it won't ever happen again. But it's just that, you know, I was just posting stuff and dipping and thinking this was going to go the way it is, and sometimes it's like things change, and it's like I have to recognize that, you know, like you think your content is good, but there's always something that could be improved. You should always like look at, see how things is evolving, try to improve as a creator. But at the same time, it's just that even if I may not be where I want to be, I should be more thankful of the people that's there in my corner at the end of the day. And the mission is build enough people that can be in your corner at the end of the day, so that no matter what, even if the viewers is not where it needs to be, like you could have like, let me say like 127K followers, right? But if you have like 10,000 people that's like love you and loyal and respect you, like that means a lot more than those 100,000, because you have 10,000 people that's there for you versus 100,000, and you're not sure if they're there for you, because sometimes haters will follow you just to prey on your downfall, and you don't know who, you don't know what people are and their intentions. And it's just that my message, what I was trying to say is like focus on the people that's going to be in your corner at the end of the day, and not look at numbers. That's what I wanted to say. But I have
bro.
So,
yeah, bro. You no, I got that. I just wanted to let you know that once you get the numbers, because that's the mistake that I made too when I was doing hip hop content. Like I had Taxstone blocked me because I got lit off a couple videos. It was Bankroll Fresh, No Plug, when they, you know, back in their heyday, right? Or Bankroll was running around Atlanta. And then the Taxstone Troy Ave situation. Troy Ave put me on his album because Taxstone was one of my favorite podcasters, and I like Troy Ave music. He was kind of the old school New York vibe, but I didn't know how to cultivate those relationships. And then it was some personal things that happened, and then I just changed up and went full on into the gaming, because that's my thing, was hip hop and gaming. Like I you know, I've done a lot of different things, so I'm not trying to do no commercial, but I'm just saying, like, I've made that same mistake too, bro.
Right.
But it's still people that's down the ride with you, and that's, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying with you having the viewership with TikTok, I treat TikTok as the point of access, like a PIV card on Metal Gear. Like, you got enough to where if you wanted to go to PAX right now, you could go to PAX and meet people. Like, I did a TikTok, and I'll send it to you. Like, I met the creative director at Supergiant Games, you know, over Hades, Bastion. That's where, when you make those connections and you start getting the interviews and stuff like that, and then they share it and all of that, and then the people who are following that game check that out, that's how you start running the bag up. And then I just start cross-posting across all different socials. Like, I'm on Facebook, I post in the different Facebook groups. I try to make sure I follow their rules. I'm active in those groups. YouTube, I post it up there. Sometimes a video will go crazy on YouTube, and it won't go crazy on TikTok, or vice versa. And I'm trying to get back into doing long form stuff. So I was more so just like, you know, that the next part, because I feel you, bro. I want to do content full time, but I realize how volatile it is. Like, even if I pop off tomorrow, right? And we'll say we all pop off tomorrow to where we getting $5,000-$10,000 a month, right?
Right.
I probably wouldn't quit my job for like 4 or 5 years and just save all that money. I would, you know, work my overtime, use my, you know, my leave or whatever, my time off to travel and make those connections, you know, probably take a vacation for myself but I would be stacking that money and building it up because I watched like Gamer Tag Radio. I watched, Hip Hop Gamer. I was there when all that stuff because used to be on the video game Warzone with him and this guy named Taurus Davis, and I seen hip hop like he broke it down to me.
Right.
But I still had to find my lane and my niche. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of just showed it. Like once he went to E3, that's when he made all those connections and he kept going to everything even before he got approved to it. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, he started getting the access. And once you get the access on top of the fan base, then that's when the bread will come in. But even then, he didn't quit his job for like 4 or 5 years either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but the thing.
But go ahead.
But the thing for me though is like, now I hear what you're saying, but like stuff from my point of view is like never as like simple as getting the bag because like a lot of the things though it's like you have to reach out to people and like prove and like reach, not just email people but like try to put yourself out there and prove your worth and saying, hey man, I'm a real like gaming creator and what it is. And I can't really elaborate too much of stuff I have gotten, but I have like my numbers and everything. I haven't really got like the key codes or anything like that. I haven't really got like the games that everybody's talking about. Like everyone's talking about like the Expedition 33s or they're talking about the South of Midnight before everybody else. Like I haven't been awarded this stuff, and I have been asking some people like what do I have to do to get there. Some people give me some advice, but some people have given me like very small blanketed advice, and I feel like they don't want to like I can't say names of who it is exactly, but there have been people.
No, I got you.
Yeah, there have been people that has been like they try to like short themselves, like not telling me too much because I think they don't want people like me to be in the same space in the same conversation as they are because because I'm willing to provide a different explanation than a lot of people do in this gaming space because like a lot of people in their gaming culture for what it is and I'm not even going to say where it's like no hate because the truth is I can't stand a lot of these people though, but I feel like a lot of people in our gaming culture for what it is like we're feeding into a lot of like people call it like brain dead takes, right? Or brain dead content in general. And people are like either overhyping games or over hating things for the sake of like content and viewership. And there's not a lot of authentic people in our space that's telling people the full on truth. Like just a minute ago, I was having like a rant with some of my friends, the people that you see in this call with me, and I was explaining to them, because like, a lot of people are playing that Expedition game that's out right now, Expedition 33, and I've been seeing a lot of videos where people and also Phantom, because I'm seeing you, like what I'm saying is going to feed into your questions about like what's my thoughts on the gaming landscape as of right now. I'm telling you like it is, and so like a lot of people that's hyping up Expedition 33, right? And I seen some of my peers, they're like talking about how great it's doing, and I feel like the people that's like talking positively about this game doing well, like there's people that's like riding the coattails of this game's success because it's the hot shit right now, it's the hot thing, and it's like
they're not really passionate about it.
It's like,
and
it's like, are you really like fucking with Expedition 33 because you like it, or you just riding the wave of it though? You know what I mean?
So,
I
gotta know my man's. Go ahead.
So that's what I see, because the reason I asked this question, because there's people out there that don't like turn-based combat, but then they will say like I can't fuck with Baldur's Gate 3 because of the turn-based system, but then they will praise this other game that's turn-based in the same breath, and it's like, what are we talking about? And my other issue with the gaming landscape, like there's too much games coming out, right? And I feel like a lot of people are not being 100% honest when they give their takes on stuff. Like just like a month ago, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows drop, right? Everybody is making Assassin's Creed Shadows content like fast, right? And then afterwards, now with South of Midnight, everyone's talking about, oh my goodness, the combat system, this is bad, blah, 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 this and that. Or Or like I can't get with the main character, this, that, and the third. And now here we are a couple weeks after. Now we're talking about this game, Expedition 33.
Expedition.
And that's what everyone's talking
Oblivion.
about. And people are either overhyping or Oblivion too. They're either overhyping or they're just hating, or just hating stuff though. And it's just what it is. And it's not just gaming content. It's just like a lot of people doing the same thing too. And now, and you know what?
And you know why that is, right?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You know, because everybody wants to chase the algorithm. That's another reason why I probably ain't as high. Because I just keep it funky. Like you see me, I'll be outside. I went to a couple card shops. One is a comic book store. Both of them are card shops. One is a comic book store in my area. And those videos didn't do as well on TikTok and YouTube, but on Facebook, because I shared them to a couple groups that's local, and I shared them to a couple broader groups.
Yeah,
it's been 300, 400, 500 views. You know what I'm saying? And the owner thanked me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm with you on it. Like I would be a lot farther if I did that. Same thing with the hip hop stuff. Like I can't sit up here and say, and even though I like some of his music, I feel like Dave Blunts is doing that for clout chasing and stuff like that. Like when he first came in, it was like, all right, he's big dude. I'm just using this as a quick example. Is a big dude rapping about trying to get on, trying to make it, get out his city, being depressed, whatever. And now he's kind of feeding into the storyline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I say that, then he's gonna get on the mic and say we hating on him. Right. And then that just keeps going. So it's just like people are scared to get those honest critiques because that's what's paying the bills. And I want to make a video about that because I seen shout out to it was a guy who said this to Paris, and I really rock with them. People be saying I be D-riding, but I really rock with Game Attack Radio because the stuff that I've watched them and I learned, that's how they did it. A couple years ago, before the pandemic, they weren't living off of it, and they said it multiple times. Like these dudes is huge, and they ain't living off their content yet. But when the pandemic hit, they ran up the bag. So now they not only are they getting the access because they kept going to before they even got invited. They were going to. They had somebody hooking up, going to the different events. They was getting the interviews. Swaze. They was getting the games. They kept being consistent, but they leveraged those relationships, and then they was able to monetize even further. So I say all that to say somebody commented and said you just lucky and you just saying that because you not like I had to tell one of my homies recently. I said, yo, Paris and them, this is really them. This is them for 20 years. Do they comment on a lot of different stuff that it seems like is disingenuous? Yeah, but I've known people like hip hop is one of them. I've known people that's around them and I know they whole clique. Not know them intimately, but I know enough of them because I talk to hip hop that I know those guys, that's how they rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So that's them. But a lot of people don't know because they're not outside and they don't see these people in real life. And that's why I said about actually going to the events, breaking bread. There's been people, I can't say who it is, that have, walked me into certain opportunities and put me on people's radar. And they didn't have to do that.
Right.
But again, you don't know who's real and who's fake. So I get you on that, Josh. I totally get you on that.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's unfair because it's like you doing just as good of a job, if not better than they are.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was trying to like, and that's what I'm seeing. It's like, a lot of people are just trying to like cover, I'll do the gaming media stuff. A lot of people are trying to cover everything that's like new and relevant. And it's like, I can't do that the way they do. I can't just do that because like, just I was just saying to them earlier, like some people they will play a game. Like I want people to like look at certain creators though, and it's not like a hate thing, but like look at how they talk about certain things, right? So if they say like this game is one of the best games out there, this game is cooking, like there's a lot of buzzwords that you always tend to hear, whether it's something is cooked or to be cooked, or if this thing has peak storytelling, peak writing, or things that's like mid, trash, bad, horrible, this, that, like very short phrases of emotion with no like calm logic behind their explanation behind their words, right? Pay attention to that, but also when they're talking about the fresh new stuff that's out, like, you know, try to see if they have they ever finished this game in its entirety, and you can kind of tell by the way they talk. If they just make content, like I'm gonna use for an example, like I knew a mutual, I won't say his name out of respect, but like if you remember that game Black Myth Wukong that came out last year, every creator with their mom when they was talking about, yo, this is the best new game out there, this is the hottest shit that's out here, right? And I actually stayed and played the game to its end. It took me probably like 2 weeks or so because, like, at this time as an adult, working a regular job and everything, I can't, and especially making content too.
Say that again.
And especially making content too, I cannot beat the game as fast as they can unless I'm unemployed. There's just no way in hell I can just do this stuff. And the thing is, though, like the people that's talking about it, I feel like a lot of people are giving their first impressions on the games they're playing, and their first impressions is the review, is the discussion. It's not really a review. They don't, because like in order to have a review, right, you have to literally sit there, reflect on the things.
Complete the game.
Yeah, you have to either complete it or get close to completing it, and you have to reflect on what you feel about it. Did you feel like it did things right or wrong? And I feel like a lot of people are not giving, you know, impressions is the review, and a lot of people just go off of the impressions, and it's really hard to tell who's really playing it to be playing it and who's just there to ride the wave of it. And sometimes it comes off like a lot of people are sheep because we don't know what's real, because these will be the same, because like my one of my guys, you know, not to throw shade at him, but it was just like he talked about Black Myth Wukong, right? And he said, yo, this game is cooked. They did their thing with Black Myth Wukong. I asked this dude privately. I was like, I said, hey, man, have you beat Black Myth Wukong? He said, say, dog, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, after I made that video, I did chapter 1. I got done playing that shit. That shit was too damn hard. And I'm just like, so this man said, so basically he was like, well, that's enough of that shit. Let me go ahead and move on to the next thing. And it's like, that's what I see of a lot of creators.
Wow.
Man. And it's like, I don't know who's being real or not, though. And that's what, like, I'm frustrated about, because it's like there's just no way I can keep up with y'all. Like, if y'all just playing games for about 3 to 5 hours or 8 and then go from there, or you just watching another dude playing the video game because he's making a walkthrough or live streaming it, and you just go off of what they feel based on how they play. It's like I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe, because the truth is, like, the people that's playing video games these days, from what it seemed like, or how media is being covered nowadays, like, you can tell, like, the games and how they were played back then was actually played from gamers. Even the reviewers and how they talk about it was from actual people who actually played the stuff.
Real gamers,
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But outside of that, but now it's just like, I don't know if you just watched the Rad Brad play it and you just form an opinion off of there. I don't know if you just off of a Twitter thread or X thread or just a TikTok thread. I don't know who's being real and genuine. And then when you have like a lot of people with no profile pictures just talking that ish, I really don't know. I really don't know. And it's really hard to tell. And it's like a lot of times I want to call a lot of people out, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to make a lot of enemies, though, because it's like I'm not a confrontational person, but at the same time, I don't like that the space of what we're in, it feels like it's being tainted by negativity and inauthenticity. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, bro. You just said, bro, I've literally had it to where I've had people try to call me out, and I'll literally say I played the demo or I played the opening, and I had issues, you know what I'm saying, with either my console or the game or whatever, you know, or I don't know if it's the console, if it's the game, and they'll try to, you know, gaslight or whatever,
right,
and say, oh, you didn't play the whole thing. But no, if it has issues, or if I don't like the game, I'm not going to keep playing it. But I'm noticing that, and you can't say this out loud, but I'm going to say it right here,
right,
that a lot of games aren't cooked to perfection nowadays, because people know if the game is hyped up and everybody wants that game to win,
right,
then it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying. So I didn't got into it with the best of them. People that's rubbing shoulders with some of the people that I mentioned, people that are or affiliated, random podcasts or random people, random gamers and stuff like that. So I get you. It's a tightrope, but like I said,
you want to know what's funny? Not I mean to cut you
Yeah.
off, but like I just saw a creator today. Another guy who stitched him. He said. He said, Exposition 33 is the best looking game, but the problem is I don't like turn-based. And I want to know from everybody, is there something wrong with me? And I'm like, yeah, you just wasted time making a video talking about something you're not interested in because it doesn't have a combat style that's not in your interest. But that's content nowadays. That's content.
Mm-hmm.
That's the content.
Yeah, but hey, but at least he being honest though. At least he being honest because you got the other side where you say,
I don't know is honest because I feel like some people thrive off of embarrassment, and there's a weird thing with people who embarrass themselves like that, and it's like because me, dude, like I would never do that. I'm not the kind of person that would just ask like, why do people like turn-based combat? I don't know. Like, you know, it's one of those like some things. It's like there's just some things out there that's just common sense, and I feel like I just feel like doing in that area is just not a good thing. It's like either you're gonna play the game and find out why, or
not.
Just you know. Why embarrass yourself for content? Why put yourself out there in embarrassing fashion for content? I just find that really weird, you know.
Yeah, because those people that be saying that they got fired or they got X amount of kids or they can't get no play from the late. Like I get it, yeah. The whole blow because they know people gonna tune in, and they not being honest with themselves. Like that's what it is, bro. Because people unfortunately want to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? I was more so saying it to you because you at a point now that you could leverage some of that, and once you go and start traveling, because I'm thinking about I am going to PAX West. I've been to PAX East, but that was like 10 years ago, and that was the mistake that I made, was not traveling and making rubber shoulders with the content creators that's boots on the ground, and then on top of that, the actual developers and publishers, because like you said, it could be a person like me that gets access to the game because I met the person and we chopped it up and I played the game and I gave them feedback. So I email them and say, hey, here's the content that I made. So they may remember, hey, here's a code. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I used to have that fear of not reaching out, but that's why I made I didn't even know you were gonna do a live stream, but I just wanted to let you know, bro.
I've been talking about it privately. I've been telling people I'm a plan. Like, I don't plan on just TikTok being the only place. Like, I will be going on like YouTube and every other places. Like, I'm at a point where I got friends that I made from posting my Discord. Like last year relentlessly, and the people that you see here, like these people, like they got my back and everything, and I feel like, yo, you know, I'm a dude, you know, there's really, like, I gotta put it, like, this space is too damn big to be selling ourselves too short, and TikTok is not the only place I can just use as a source. Like, there's other places, like, you know, especially with like the, you know, threats of like you know, TikTok's being closed down and stuff like that. It's like I gotta, like, you know, we gotta leverage as much we can in our spaces, and I have too much thoughts in my head to just be limiting myself to just, you know, short form content. You know,
one platform. Yeah, me too. That's why I got to get back to it too.
Yeah, because it's like I'm very passionate about different stuff. You know, I want to get back, you know, to podcasting. I want to do like a lot of stuff, and you know, like I know you mentioned about like creators, and I have talked to like a lot of creators, man, and like I'll be real and I'll be super duper real, because, you know, I'm not the person that's gonna throw people's names under the bus, stuff like that. But it's just from what I learned for like 5 years and people, it's like there's not a lot of genuine people that's like real about the stuff they talk about. And you can kind of tell from like how they talk to you, how they want to engage with you. Like, a lot of people be friendly, but they don't mean it doesn't mean that they, you know, they fuck with you. I mean, We also deal with a lot of racism on this app. I know people like, oh my God, here it goes, another black man talking about race, but it plays a part because there's a lot of like people of our culture that's well intelligent. You know, they can articulate their points and everything, but they will never be seen. And no matter how much they try to be diplomatic, they will still be overlooked and be talked about. And it's just something that we're going to have to continue to just like evolve and try to help bring a lot of people in, because like I watched like with YouTube and everything, like I watched like folks like the Black Hokage growing up back in 2013.
Shout out.
Yeah, and like he was one of those people that I was like, oh, a brother doing content about video games. I want, that inspired me. And it's like he wasn't just talking about just 2K or anything, but it was just like, okay, he's talking about stuff that I'm interested in. And if he can do it, we can too. But then I learned, I was like, man, it's really hard for a lot of us to be like put on the same level of people. Like I got a mutual, Malik, who talks about gaming news, so he does the same thing similar to what you said.
Malik,
like
Malik Foreplay.
Yeah, that dude, and like he did.
Like, yeah. Malik, that's my guy, man. I'ma always rock with Malik because he told me about some of these people that I told you I got into it with, and he tagged me and he was like, "Yo, they talking down on you, bro," and then. I was like, he ain't even have to do that. That ain't hit. That I can fight my own battles, but that's just a genuine dude that like wants to see people win, bro.
Yeah,
and
he been doing it for a long time, and then like I saw him, he just hit like 100K. Like in my eyes, he should have been like 350 or way above a long time.
500,
like way up there. Like similar numbers as like rapid reacts and stuff like that. Like he should be up there. But like every time for us, like we gotta prove ourselves. We gotta like not be like of the stereotype where it's so tough. Like I seen people like a guy like Nugget who talks about gaming content. He should be a lot higher too. Like a lot of people out here, man, they should be a lot higher than where they are. But it's always like a lot of things that's like counted against us. And it's like either we're gonna be like a shuck and jive person where we have to just like say things that's like harmless, and just funny to get there, or we just gonna be like a radical gamer or something like that. And so it's just that we always have to keep on like proving ourselves, and that's just what it is. I'm
gonna say this, Job, but go ahead.
And honestly, like for me, bro, like I'm at a place where it's like I'm good, where it's like no matter how things get good or bad, like I got belief in myself. I have my years and experience in creation. I got my friends and the people that's willing to follow me to see me go where I want to go. And if I just continue to just bet on myself, and everyone here listening, like if y'all continue to just bet on yourselves and just keep on riding the wave of what you can, like I know we all gonna get there. It's gonna our journeys are gonna be different, but the destination and what it takes to get there along the journey, if we just keep on at it, man, there's no telling what we can do. How far we can go. That's the truth.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm gonna say this, bro. I don't even be tripping off of it no more, man. Because like I said, like I'll fall if a bridge get burnt, then it was supposed to be. Yeah. If a bridge get built, then it was supposed to be. Like I'm not gonna trip off of. Like I know it's certain stuff. Like I'm not finna get all into politics or what's going on with that. I'm not gonna get too religious with that. I mean, I am a Christian, but if you're not trying to have that conversation, then you know what I'm saying. It's say in a word to depart from that person. It's not for me to thump my beliefs or thump my political views on you. Right. But other than that, when we talking about gaming, or we talking about hip hop, or we talking about the industry, like, because I got friends that are in the music industry that tell me about the stuff that goes on, they tell me about the stuff happening behind the scenes, and it's not too dissimilar from gaming. And it hasn't got all the way as bad as gaming. I don't think gaming will, because the companies rely on us so much for the marketing that they haven't really spent a whole lot of money in marketing. Like, and that's a whole different conversation and a whole different topic for another show. But yeah, bro, I remember following you a while back. I would look at people's pages. I would see, okay, this person, watch a couple videos, see what's going on. And I was like, all right, if you live, I come through. If I got some, some gifts, I gift it up.
Right.
And and now I'm getting to the point where I'm actually reaching out and not, like I said, I didn't know you were gonna respond. I didn't know we was gonna do this live stream because I might push my live stream back another day because I've been off a couple weeks handling business. Like
you never know, man. Something can inspire me, man. You inspired. Yeah, you got me talking. I was like, I was just gonna chill like I've been doing, but
I was because I seen it and I was like, bro, you gotta put because now that I see because I was the same way, bro. Because I done fell out with dudes in my city.
Yeah.
I done fell out with, but I'm always stand up for what's right, bro. Like I done fell out whether it's music game, I done fell out with people. I done built good, solid relationships. So I don't focus on who hate me. I focus on who love me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at with it. But at the end of the day, like when I sit down and pray, at the end of the day, I ask God to to keep helping me do the right thing. And if I did something wrong, then hold me accountable for it. And then I hold myself accountable for it. Right. And then I move on. I don't sit up there and be like, oh man, I could have did this differently or whatever. Because you could have took it a different way. But I'm glad you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You could have been like, man, F this dude. He don't know what he talking about with his 2,000 followers. And he on the outside looking in. Who he think he is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that you saw where I was coming from too. Because I seen it, but I did that before. Oh man, I ain't where I want to be at, and somebody had to pull me to the side and say it's the algorithm, or are you reaching out? No, man, these people didn't did. So once I got past that, it's like as long as we don't get personal and try to destroy each other's names or bring, women or bring children or bring people's family members, or we see each other out and we put hands on each other.
Right.
Ain't nothing we can't get past.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And some of that, if we do get past cross the line, if we talk, behind the scenes and then in front of the people and we move past it, we can work past it. And I think as far as the black gaming community, that's where it is, because it's like Mortal Kombat almost. Everybody is trying to get up the mountain and they'll knock you off if you ain't going in the same direction up the mountain.
That's what I see. Real quick. What you want? I saw you sit put. Will, what did you want to say?
Yeah, I can't get a word. Y'all going in, ain't you?
Hey, Will, now you know. Will, now you know how I feel.
Y'all got your TED talk going.
Hey, I was finna get on YouTube and play the organ. You know how the preacher be preaching, and then
that's what's going on. Y'all was preaching, ain't you? Well, how old is you, my man?
I'm 34.
The ride here.
You're 34. Okay, hey, all right.
I'm
you're younger than me. You're younger than me. You're younger than me. You're younger than KD too. Okay, you might know something, but still.
Yeah.
So let me know. Let us know about DJ. Y'all done gone in with your TED talk. Let us know about DJ. He up in here. You know what I mean? Before you go on your YouTube adventure, my homie. You know what I mean? What's your backing in gaming, my man?
Oh well, shoot! I've been gaming since I was born. Like South Jersey, North St. Louis. It all started out with my cousin's basement. Well, no, his room.
All that. I want to hear the good.
You know
stuff.
what I'm saying? You talking about like
we been there? We all in that. Come on,
we all been there. You talking about now? Oh
yeah,
well, right
now. We all done grew up with the Nintendo and Game Boy, all that. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what got you into the industry type. Like what you?
The industry. Okay.
What have you done so far in the industry? Now hold on before you answer that. Remember, there's people in here that are in the industry, so I gotta know.
Oh yeah. So I started off in 2008. I started with music because I was going by DJ AJ back then. But I changed my name to DJ Killzone Jones because there's a DJ AJ just with the Dirty DJs, Nelly and the St. Lunatics and all that, right? Yeah. So I had put a song out called Hit Me Up. Like I said, my cousin was a DJ. My god brother's a producer. His son is Sean Ferrari. He produces for like Sexy Red, Gucci, and all that. So we always was around hip hop and gaming, so I kind of made that song "Hit Me Up," dropped a lot of video game references, and I put it on YouTube. I put it on Facebook, Bebo back then, MySpace, everywhere, and that was the name of this. That was basically the song, right? And that's my first upload. So from there, I started giving my takes on hip hop, started giving my takes on gaming. I end up running across the video game show, which is based here in St. Louis, and I met a guy on the chat from the video game show named Andre Tipton, and he has a website called Real Otaku Gamer. And we worked together. Then I ended up working with some guys he was working with from the coalition, and they had a sister site that was more hip hop focused, the Epic Network. And at the same time, I met from those guys, I met hip hop gamer, Torrance Davis. And I started doing my reviews and stuff like that. My writing kind of suffered, kind of butted heads with some of those guys. Then I just went full blown into my hip hop stuff, but I was streaming, I was putting up gaming clips, I was still trying to learn how to edit, still trying to learn how to stream. I had to hustle up the money to get a decent PC to stream, and it took me a few years to do it. And you know, I was streaming off a console. I joined this website called Real Gamer News, which is not I don't know if it's still around, but from there I went to PAX. I reviewed Alien Isolation. I reviewed the golf game, which then turned into PGA Tour 2K25. And I'm still on the Golf Games website. And what else did happen? So from there, I was still doing the hip hop stuff, went super viral with, like I told you, Troy Ave, and taxed on that situation. Bankroll Fresh, no plug, went recipes to Bankroll Fresh. And I started jumping back into the gaming because the hip hop stuff was getting too violent. Some of the stuff in the city was happening. But at the same time, I was interviewing, like, you know, legends, Kenfo Kia Shine from Memphis, Murphy Lee and Kiwan from the St. Lunatics. I went to PAX East, did some interviews up there. So all this stuff is happening. I meet a guy named Darius Robbins from Mike Check Global. He kind of shows me about marketing, the industry, and stuff like that. So I took some of the stuff that he gave me. The pandemic hit. I had started streaming. Well, before the pandemic hit, I started back streaming. So Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, and then that summer in 2018, when I went to E3, I came back. We had Mo Game Con, and the actors from Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat, let go that Mortal Kombat 11 was supposed to be at E3, but it didn't. So it went super viral. Dynasty covered it. Maximilian went on a rant saying that we shouldn't trust leakers and stuff like that. But then, you know, I sat on it for a little while. I dropped it in October, and in the video game awards, Ed Boon pretty much said verbatim what the actor said at Mo Game Con. So
you're more on the journalistic side.
Yeah. So ever since then, you know, got back into doing the interviews, but you know, Parlay from the Franchise Boys. I did another one with Kenfo Kia Shine. I got on TikTok kind of late, but I started doing some numbers on here. So they've been sending me games from different companies. So
I get
PMNT.
I get games all the time. It's not that.
Yeah. So that's
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to say something real quick. You know, I
Yes,
want to say something to the people listening real quick. About, like, you know, I know this live stream came at the spur of the moment, but you know, during the absence of you know, taking like a small break from my posting. My breaks from posting isn't like me, like, oh man, I'm done with TikTok and stuff. Like, I be doing a lot of brainstorming, and I'm trying to figure out ways where I wanted to be more connected with the people that takes time out of the day, you know, conversating with me, whether we agree or disagree. And I plan to do some maybe live streams more often where I can give people in this this stuff we talk about, you know, everyday gaming, where we can have like conversations about like what's going on in the culture. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people, they give opinions about how they feel about stuff, but there's no discussions. Like there's a lot of opinions, no discussions. So like, dude, hey dude, love your content. Appreciate it, Bon Cal. Appreciate it. Thank you. I wanted to do this thing where it's like I want to do like multi-guest streams every now and then, talk to everyday people, see what's going on, what's the conversation, how you feeling about Nintendo Switch, how you feeling about PlayStation. Like I asked people the other day, I'm like, yo, like why do people feel like this, PlayStation's having the worst generation on the PS5? And I hear people talk about too many remasters, too many things, and I'm like, I hear the same things, and I'm like, I have some good rebuttals, but nobody want to listen. And it's like, I want to have real discussions, because like if you look at like the comic book space, right? Every day is an argument, it seems like, who has the best power, who's stronger his, and this and that. And it's always like a back and forth, and it'd be the passionate, like the fights be more passionate than watching the anime itself. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's like I wanted to do something in the gaming culture where it's like we can have these conversations. I feel like a lot of times there's so many opinions out there, and there's not many like discussions, and it's like I want to see like real discussions. I want to see like real healthy back and forth, not just arguments. It's see like why do people think the way they think. I want people to actually elaborate on their points and how they feel, and that's something I want to do in the future, and I want to do that for sure. So every so often I want to plan to do like live streaming to where I'm not just making content expressing how I feel. I want to have these actual conversations, and a lot of times we'll be with my boys, and like we have like Killzone Jones on, like we can talk about that. It's just I just love conversations, because I feel like the conversations are just stimulating for like the mind, to where I can hear your point of view, and if I'm hearing points of view from people who actually play stuff, it's like I can respect that, even if I may or may not have disagree. I think that's something that's important, and we just need more of that. I just like for me personally, sometimes I'm tired of going online and I see someone screaming off the top of their lungs how much they hate a game or how much they love a game, and I just hear in my ears it's just a lot of noise, but it's not a lot of like discussions. It's just the same old, and it's like I want people, I want to be around people that's not just intelligent and sound, but willing to just have a conversation, whether they're right or wrong. And that's just how I want to go from there. So, be on the lookout for that. There's so much stuff I want to say.
Yes, yeah, I was landed by playing on that. I was trying to give you the condensed version. I could write a book on it.
The reason I asked is because I am a video game developer and I'm a contractor for Square Enix. So I've rubbed a lot of elbows, and I helped play. I was on the team that made Final Fantasy 16. I was contracted to do hot fixes in QA for Expedition 33. So I'm contracted for Ghost of Utah right now, and four other ones that I can't talk about. So that's why I ask where are you at when you say, oh, I've been in the industry. I rub elbows with the creative directors, blah, 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 So that's why I asked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When about Greg from Supergiant, like it was so much that first time 10 years ago. Like, and I made the mistake of bringing my girlfriend with me. Like,
yeah, you don't do that.
So I'm trying to.
Unless you're like a long-time girlfriend or your wife, man, you don't take her to those things like that, because it's business, man. It's business all the time. No matter if you at any convention, no matter if you at they wanting you to play their new game, or you're part of a test or beta or something like that, it's always networking and business. You always got to take it as such.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I learned that lesson because she was my camera girl.
And I'm 38. I'm 38. That's why I was asking age too, because we have a lot of youngsters now. If you can't tell, obviously you already know. There's a lot of young dudes
trying to give advice on gaming, and their first game system to them was a PS2 or PS3 or
No.
Xbox 360. You know, that's their first gaming system. They the iPad babies, as we talk about the cell phone kids. You know, and so you know, when you 34, you know, so you 34, I respect it because, you know, you 34, you should have been around gaming and long enough to know certain things happen, especially with gaming and inflation and how games have come a long way. Because I shouldn't hear from you. I shouldn't hear from you. Oh, Nintendo Switch. The new Nintendo Switch
is
is too expensive. I shouldn't hear that.
I tell my mama to this day, I apologize to her for making her buy all them games, and I'll be like, I can emulate these joints. They on here for cheap. You know, I'm like, you not hindsight is 2020, bro. When you really think about the stuff we was kids asking for, and you look at these prices, and it's like, ooh, we was going to Blockbuster, going to the library. I still go. We got in St. Louis. Like we voted on to increase the taxes, so they fixed all the libraries. They upgraded them. They got emulators in like the kids' rooms. I got 3 new PS5 games that I gotta play. Dragon Quest 2, the HD remake, Yakuza, Pyro Yakuza, and I got WWE 2K25 sitting here. And shout out to my sister L Streets because I am a part of a collective called Jadal Gaming, and she actually works with 2K, and she's a hip hop artist as well from Chicago, and she has her song Dipset that's in 2K25, and her and Shauna from DTP fame is doing a project, and her dad is Buddy Guy, who was just in Sinners.
Yeah.
So the OG, the legend, Buddy Guy. So yeah, bro, it's ain't no faking over this way.
Oh no, faking. No. I never do that, but I always ask because. My bad.
I was gonna say, after that, I'm gonna have to get up out of here though. But but no, like next.
Oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up out of here though. But because I didn't realize that some people are having issues trying to watch the stream because it was in and out. So like I had to like fix that stuff too. But thanks to everybody for taking time out the day to go watch their boy, talk about some stuff. Hopefully next time I have more things to talk about in the future, and we can do more like multi-guest streams, have the real conversation here and there, and then we just go from there. And then until next time, y'all be safe.
Thanks, DJ, too, for being on here, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, but for real, thanks,
yes, sir.
Thanks for stopping by to have that conversation. I really appreciate that, Jones. And thanks for the live stream. I appreciate Kobe. Appreciate everyone that's just took time from the Boti person, from a lot of people. I might forget your names. Thank y'all for showing up. Gun Told as well. Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate everyone just taking time just to like hear me like talk and explain some stuff. And I have no doubt that streaming would be a lot of fun for sure in the future. And then after that, we'll catch y'all next time. Probably tomorrow. We'll see. We don't know how things are going to be, but we'll definitely be there for sure. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. And y'all stay safe. Peace.
Yes, sir.
So who did that?